you. I love you. I love you.
I absolutely loved this movie. This movie is not only like scary, but it's like really unsettling at times. I think from beginning to end, the movie never lets you like relax for even a second. Even with like the supposed romantic moments, you're never like left alone. this actress goes from like 0 to 100 really fucking quickly, and it's like that's what makes it so scary and unsettling. Like 1 minute she'll be like, oh, we're having like, you know, such a nice little date. The next second she goes from fucking 0 to 100 and she's like bashing herself in the head with like a glass bottle or something. I think the actress who plays Nikki is absolutely fucking phenomenal, and her in this role just fucking fits. I don't think the pacing was too boring. I think this movie clocks in at like about an hour 40, which I kind of wanted to compare to Together, which was another movie I saw last year that was also like has like the same premise of like a couple, you know, and then like just something horrific going on underneath. But I think I was less satisfied with Together's ending. Its horror was definitely there, but I think that comparing the two, that Obsession is definitely like a couple of steps better than Together. It's just like these moments that Nikki has where she's like standing in the corner, like literally when I was in the movie theater, there was like so many couples in the theater I was in, and I was there by myself. Like I decided to take myself on a little date to go watch this movie because I was like, yo, I'm free today. I want to go watch this movie. Let's go see what this is about. Overall, I think I'd have to give this movie like a 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and this is not me being like, oh, like go watch the movie and whatnot. Like, I would say yes, go watch the movie. It has like 90 something Rotten Tomatoes. It has pretty good critics. I feel like this is also like, you know, well deserved. I think like it's these little moments where, specifically when I was in theaters and there was a part where he's like waking up from sleep and you just hear her voice. She's like, go back to sleep. And you're like, where the fuck is she? I'm thinking that she's like on the ceiling or something. But then I just see that the corner is a little bit too dark. So I'm like, oh yeah, she's in the fucking corner. Like, and she is completely aware, like inside. I've been seeing like reviews on this movie all over TikTok talking about how this movie's like a good representation of a woman losing her autonomy over her body. And I very much agree. Like, this whole movie feels a little bit like political in a way, but also how Bear is basically turned into the main villain. I think for me, where he turned into like the kind of like little antagonist was when she's sleeping in the middle of the night and real Nikki wakes up and she's like, kill me. And he's like, what? He's like, kill me, please. And he's just asking like, what would be so bad about being with me? And she's like, I've never been with you. Like, dude, it was at that moment that I realized that he realized that she was not her. And he decides to just leave her anyway. And that's basically what caused his friend to then like die, because that was when he met up with one of his other friends to talk about something. And also, one thing I kind of do like about this film that I saw someone like, they made like a comment about this, was that whenever we see like, I'm gonna just refer to her as like Dream Nikki, whenever we see Dream Nikki like come into play, she is like this silhouette of Nikki. Like, you do not see her face, and I find that also very like unnerving, which is something that they did really well with this movie. It's very much unnerving. And someone said that, oh, a little like Easter egg is that the reason they did that was because he likes the idea of Nikki but not Nikki. And I think that's actually like a perfect little representation. This, I fucking cannot. I think one of the parts where she goes like from 0 to 100 really quickly that actually made me jump out of my seat was, I think it was like after the party where they're like screaming at each other, and then she just does this thing where she gets up and she like walks in like reverse. I was fucking scared because I was like, oh my god, because it's like she snaps right back into this like Dream Nikki, and it's like, oh my goodness, Craig. Like, I feel like I need to go see this movie in theaters again, or see it again when it comes like to streaming services. But I kind of do want to come back with one of my friends, because the reason I went alone was because she wasn't able to come with me, but I really wanted to go see this movie. And I might just bring her back, to talk about like her thoughts on the movie as well. And, I'll ask her if she wants to, be in my little video. But this was Obsession. I do kind of really want to make these like videos where I talk about like movies and stuff I've seen in like the year 2025, and this being the very first input of this little series I want to do on my TikTok is kind of nice. So